and welcome into What the Music. Very excited to have with me Uriel, right?
Uriel.
Yeah, pleasure. You right now, this is so cool. You are on a plane. This is a first.
I'm gonna keep it real interesting.
Yeah,
I guarantee you.
Were you out performing or something like that? What?
No, I am on road. I do tattooing. I own a tattoo shop, so I do tours. I was in Houston tattooing for the weekend. So next weekend will be Cleveland.
Wow, very cool. This is completely unexpected, so don't mind me being completely. But I love it. You know what I mean? How was Houston, by the way? If I could just get a
great. Draining, but it was good. Texas is big.
yeah, for sure. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about your little EP that you have out called Castle Face. But wanted to talk to you really quick just about your tattooing artistry, since we're already in kind of that subject.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Do you think tattooing is the same as writing? I mean, you're putting pen to paper on one side and then ink to skin on the other.
Yeah, because there's different styles, and our canvases change in relatively to our canvases for music. Everybody's ear is different, so it kind of correlates. I'm an artist through and through, so music, skin, tattoos, any medium, I pretty much just fall into it. It works hand in hand. I can see the correlation.
I really enjoyed your album Castle Face. I mean, it's really an EP.
Yeah.
I was very fortunate to be one of the lucky few to see the movie that is going to come out a little later, which is why I wanted to have you on. It was super awesome, and I don't know exactly when it's going to come out, and just to give a little hype to it, it absolutely floored me. From concept to end, it was so much fun. I love the little dialogue, and there was one part in there that I would see you were saying like a line, but then you would flip into your song. And I love that little just attention to detail where you're like, am I really watching a movie or am I watching a play or am I like, you know what I mean? It was so fascinating. Did you think of that concept? Because I know you had a director, but I know you wrote a lot of it.
I wrote it all, actually. I had gotten in contact with the director just to basically use my camera. But she has a great eye. Her visuals are impeccable. Melly G. It was basically an ode to Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez in his films. Basically, I took a bunch of their films and I made my own story.
Do we have an actual premiere date when that comes out? Because I'm sure you're anxious to get that out there.
I'm extremely anxious to get this project out. July 16th is the release date, and then June 19th I'm releasing a single. That's first know. You're first to know about that, actually. So, I'm super excited for this month and next month as well.
Oh man, people are gonna flip over it. Wait, I know you dabble a little bit in acting, and your acting in this is spot on. Do you think this is going to be something that is going to propel kind of that next level in your acting career?
Yeah, definitely. Acting is definitely in my future and in my repertoire. I have some IMDb credits through BET, a show called Tales. Shout outs to Irv Gotti, my big brother Brian Barber. Acting is definitely one of my main focuses besides tattooing and art and music writing. It's just a whole package. And also a docuseries hopefully getting picked up it's a travel tattoo show. I've been working on that for a while, so got a bunch of things in store for everybody. I'm just super excited to get all this stuff out and see how the public takes it.
Yeah, that must be the hardest part, is knowing that you have all this. It's kind of like anytime I have a few interviews in the can and they're coming out a little later on, in my life, and I'm like, I'm like, I can't wait for people to hear this interview or hear this particular song. That anticipation could drive somebody mad,
I'm definitely going crazy. I've been working on this music for a while, and this is pretty much my first project that I am 110 completely proud of, and I stamp it, and I just can't wait. I just can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the people that are backing you. This is really cool because I got an email from the XO Publicity, and they were saying that they met you about 11 years ago and that you are one of their favorite people. And they're like, you need to take a chance on this guy. And because of that letter, I actually did take a chance on you because I never knew about you or anything. So, and then that's when I stumbled upon, this movie that, again, very few people have seen. And I was extremely fortunate. There's a lot of people really backing you. How does that make you feel right now?
Man, I've gone through all the spectrums of emotions. I've been frustrated. I've been sad. I've been extremely happy with releasing new music. And with Katie from EXO, I have a good relationship with her and them from the past. My first project that I put out 11 years ago was, it was me just starting. That's literally the beginning of my actual career in the industry. And I've grown so much from then living in New York. That whole time, that's 11 years I've been in New York. I really grew an extra layer of skin and really crafted my skills and honed in on my craft.
Yeah. I was watching some posts that you put, and one of them was extremely, ahead of its time, and it was just about you telling people about letting go. It was very aware. Are you still struggling with letting go, or have you just accepted that process?
I struggle a lot with letting go. I'm human. I'm very vulnerable, and especially during these times, people are very insensitive when it comes to other people's emotions, and I'm just vulnerable. So letting go is definitely really hard for me. Yeah. Sorry about the background noise. I'm still on this plane.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's, I love that we just jumped on in, and, it's like I feel I'm on the plane with you, Are you going to be reading anything while you're on the plane, or?
I have my staff with me, actually. I have about four other of my employees with me. We all had to get separated except for three of us. So I got three here, and then another guy, he's still flying into JFK.
Oh, wow.
That's been a long weekend. A tattoo, basically, for 3 days straight for like 12 hours each day.
It must
mention life.
Right. But it must be a relief to focus on one thing at a time when doing that.
I don't, though.
Really?
I don't focus on one thing at a time. I am all over the place. I'm trying to network with people to give this project some light because it deserves it. I feel like it deserves it. I'm not saying that I'm the best artist in the world, but I believe I have the capability to stand next to them and give them a run for their money. Because I produce my own stuff, I film my own things, I write my own things. Everything is 100% completely original material, I've been in the music industry and the industry for a while, and I just give it my all. So there's no reason why it shouldn't have any light, you know?
Yeah, which is why I'm here to help you too, because I am truly a backer of yours, and I've actually checked out your YouTube, and I want to implore everyone to check out your YouTube, youtube.com/C/Uriel Winfree, and through there you're going to check out a bunch of videos, and I'll have all the links to your Spotify, to your iTunes, to your website, to your Instagram, so people could check you out just a little bit more. I did see your TikTok as well, and I noticed that you were dancing to one of my favorites, Chaka Khan.
That's my girl. I love Chaka. That's my favorite.
What?
And also, I have to say, my favorite is Chino from the Deftones. I met him in Tennessee.
No way.
I love your shirt. It's favorite band by far.
Yeah. I saw it, and I was like, oh, let me put on my sweatshirt. I made this sweatshirt because I got the.
You made that?
Yeah. I got the patch, and then I'm like, oh, that will look cool. And I'm like, oh, let me put some red thing on it. So
I like it.
Yeah, those two couldn't be far more extreme from each other. Chaka Khan and Chino.
Yeah, I'm probably a mix of both. Definitely, I bring soul. I grew up punk, San Jose. I have a lot of rock and roll history with Afro punk and Vans Warped Tour. I'm an alumni of both. Yeah, that's what it is.
You're such a hodgepodge of all these things. How is it to write and try to channel all those things into one thing? Is that an easy process for you?
I tap into my life. I mean, not everybody has an easy life, and I'm not saying mine is easy or harder than anybody's, but I tap into my emotions and how I feel and how my environment makes me feel. So I'm really gifted in that sense.
You definitely are, and it's such a wonderful thing to watch. From the start. Are you exiting the plane, or you're just getting up?
It seems like it. We got a little while still.
No worries. Should I let you go, or I don't know the procedure right now?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Do you think cinematically, because I feel that your music is so cinematic, and it just matches up so correctly with this movie that is about to come out next month?
Well, I purposely do that. I've been taking acting classes. I have a coach, and after I was on set for that movie, I basically took it a little bit more serious and invested in my acting and in my music. And I like the cinematic feel. I like, because it's an emotion. It makes you feel like you're in the music. It taps into that vibe,
Yeah. Does acting scare you?
Yes, completely. It's terrifying.
Well,
it's absolutely terrifying.
I'm trying to understand that, because to me it seemed like it wouldn't, because you get to be another person and go through these emotions that you get to create. So how does that scare you?
So you do get to be another person, but you still have to tap in the type of acting that I do. You have to tap into your personal experiences, and you have to relate to the character. So you might be portraying a character or something, but those emotions are inside of you. So it's kind of like therapy when I do these, I'm channeling situations that were horrible for me, and I'm using those in scenes, in scene study classes or whatever. So it brings up a lot of traumatic situations and feelings that are real emotions that you're seeing on camera, or you're hearing them in a record. You're hearing my pain or my happiness or whatever the case may be for the song.
Wow, that's amazing. Has acting helped you with your music as well?
Yeah. There's different methods, Meisner method. There's so many different acting methods that help you tap into writing and getting the emotion that you need to get out of the bed of music, just the vibe that you're trying to portray.
And, going in that, do you feel sometimes when you're on stage you are somebody else, or are you truly portraying who you are?
It's really me. You're getting everything. You're getting all of me. That's why I said earlier I'm vulnerable, because I'm literally giving you all of my stuff, all of my emotions, and then I put it out in the world for then people to judge me, Right,
but I mean, at the end of the day, who cares about what other people think of you?
I do.
Why?
I really do. I really do. It's easy for me to say I don't care, but at the same time, I do care, because I wouldn't put it out if I didn't care. I want people to like it. I want people to listen to it and not sympathize, but maybe relate.
Yeah, that's an interesting concept, because so many times in my life I truly cared about what people thought of my interviews, and there are some interviews that I did that are horrible, and I've been completely bashed for them. But I learned to let go and just be like, you know what, I'm just happy, I get to still do this, and if one person views or nobody views, I still have interviews that nobody's viewed, And I'm just like, I'm like, well, it's at least a time capsule for me, in whatever I do. So I find that kind of interesting, through what you were saying, about that. Lastly, I was, checking out your Twitter, and I noticed that you said that, or you came to the conclusion that it's like being a real, honest person is a lost art. Have you changed since then?
Nah, man. Being real it's kind of frowned upon, People aren't ready for the realness. Like, they want to be treated real and respectful, but they're just not. They can't digest it sometimes. It's hard for people to digest that type of thing. That's my name is Uriel. Like, I cannot even fake. I can't even fake it. It's so hard for me to fake anything. That's why I said, like, even acting is not faking, because you're really diving into your inner turmoil and you're using that, Yeah. So being real is a lost art, and politeness, honesty, all that stuff, It's difficult.
Did you land? So you finally
land? Yeah, I'm in Charlotte right now.
And you're going to be doing another tattoo expo there as well?
No, the next expo is this next weekend coming up in Cleveland.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So here's my staff right here, some of my staff.
Hi, staff.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's great. Well, continue to create, and I truly do look forward to you putting everything out. And this is just a teaser for everybody. Make sure to check out Uriel's YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/Uriel Winfree. And I'm going to have all the links to everything. I truly enjoy your music. And
thank you, Turtle. I really appreciate you having me on your show, bro. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm super stoked to release this music. I also have another project that EXO Publicity is going to help me push after Castle Phase. And I'm super excited about that. I just have things just ready to go.
Right.
I've been working really hard, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Lastly, I forgot to touch on this topic, but you did a graphic novel to accompany this as well, correct? To the Castle Phase.
Yeah, I have a graphic novel. It's actually almost finished. So I'm going to just be pressing that out and trying to get that to the people somehow, some way. just, the more help I have, the better it's going to be.
Yeah.
I do a lot of stuff by myself and on my own, so outsourcing and delegating work would be, and people who want to tap in with me and want to help, let's go.
Yeah. You can reach him on his Instagram. I'll have all the links. On Twitter, you can reach out to him. And again, I'm going to have all the links on the show notes to help you out. There's so much I would like to extend to you, and thank you for being creative, and thank you for just really taking the chance, man. I mean, to put out something that you're about to put, and I hate that no one's seen this yet except for like me, because I'm like, you have to see this. Like, guys, you have to see this.
Gold mine, yeah. I can't wait for people to see it, honestly. Yeah. I'm extremely excited.
I am too. And
thank you for your feedback. Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was super cool and super fun. And again, I can only see you coming out in another movie, and I'm going to be like, I interviewed that guy. I knew that guy. I saw him when he was at the airport.
On Tales Season 2, the season finale. It's a really cool story.
Okay.
Just check it out.
For sure.
Yeah.
And again, make sure to go check him out on castleface.com and on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course TikTok. I'll have all the links. Thank you again. And we are going to leave you now with the song Motives.
Yeah.